everybody. Hello, welcome on in. I'll just say my quick hellos to everyone. So hello Robin, it's lovely to see you. Hello Ords. Hello Pam, it's lovely to have you here. Hello Gloria. Hello Shana, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you managed to find the time to do so today. Hello Rhonda, I hope you are doing well, my darling. Just before I carry on, I do want to say a big massive thank you to everybody for putting up with the fact that I've had some technical difficulties over the last couple of days, but we've gotten there and the computer is now back in a state where it can stream properly, so fingers crossed we should have no further problems. So we do actually have a few things that have come in whilst I've been off of the air, of course. So we had this come in, which I have to thank the lovely Emma Thrower for. She mailed this to me. It's the little desk hoover thing from Crafter's Companion. So hopefully we can actually make some good use of that tonight. The 5th iteration of the craft, A Year of Craft, came in whilst I was off air as well, so that's what the whole string was meant to have been about the other day, which I'm kind of circling back to tonight. So we do actually have, is it issue, yeah, it was issue 5 we have. Issue 5, which is this lovely little magazine here, which we've got. And again, just like all the other ones that I've shown you previously, it shows you how to make all these really cool things. And I was thinking that maybe we could make the desk tidy this evening. It seems like a little bit of fun. So that is something that I do have in my brain to be getting on with this evening. But then a few other things have come in as well. So I'm just going to do a quick flick through of the book. So like there's a no-line colouring technique. I'd really like to try and do that at some point. It just seems a little bit complex, but I'm sure I can figure it out at some point. Let's have a quick look at these. We also have some iris folding techniques in here. And then there's just like some really nice card ideas to be making. So that's pretty much what's come in that that book. So we are kind of looking at, there's so much in here, it's crazy. And there's the cake box as well. I was hoping to make one of those at some point as well. I just get so overexcited by these things when they come in, and even though it's kind of back catalogue stuff, it is old Crafter's Companion stuff, but we've managed to find some of these things lurking around in various places on the Facebook marketplace, and some from a little known German website, which is really nice. So that is something that is on the radar for this evening. So obviously we've got the box with all the bits in here that came in it. So I'm going to show you quickly what's come in the box. So we have these lovely sentiment stamps. I actually like those a lot. We have these lovely stamps, and these were designed by this is it Lee Rhodes? I want to say it's Lee Rhodes or something along those lines. Let me just have a quick check on that book, because the book tells you who it was by. Exclusive stamps, where is it? I'm Fabulous Selection, issue 5, Tricky Magazine. If you know how to colour, fabulously designed. Lee Holland. These are Lee Holland, and I won't sniff these stamps because they're not photopolymer. They're either silicone or oh, what's the name of it? Acrylic. So these were done by Lee Holland. He brought out a lovely range of little dragon stamps, and they are so cute and adorable. So they would go really well with this box as well. So what is this Create and Craft goodie bag I have? It's right here, and we're going to have a look at it in just a minute, as soon as I finish going through this box. So we have these dies as well, which I think are really cute, and I love the kind of wibbly wobbly rainbow there. That is something that is right up my alley. I really like that. It is from Doncaster, yes, Hannah. When I was perusing through the Facebooks, I've got to say this quietly because you know I can't be shouting it out. When I was perusing through the Facebooks, it did have they did a post about how the Doncaster event was amazing, and how they had these bags left and they were selling them off for a tenner. So I couldn't resist myself, could I? Just couldn't resist it. That's all I'm gonna say. We have these lovely assorted ribbons, and we've got the stencil, well, templates here that make the cake box that we were looking at earlier on. We have a lovely bottle template and some lovely stencils there as well. And of course with that we've got all the paper. We've got some lovely die cut sentiments and some coloured card. Now, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Don't you worry, Hannah. I'm getting to it. It's coming up now. I just need to make sure I do the things that I'm meant to be doing first. So, we have the Create and Craft goodie bag from the Doncaster event. Let me just move those out of the way. And I'll tell you what. Well, let's just take the top off. Well, let's just take the bag off, shall we? We're going to take the bag off and we're going to see what came in it. Because I was so astounded when it came with this amount of stuff in it. So, we have got this lovely packet of shaker sequins. Now, I really like these because they're iridescent and they're pretty. I love iridescent pretties. From Studio Light, we've got some Jenny's Mindful Art Collection Essential Paper Flowers. So we have those. Thank you for saying that I've got a great haircut there, Jane. Hannah said, Mr. Cass. How dare you not tell us they were selling them off for a tenner? Did I not say anything? Oh my gosh, I'm so awful. I'm really sorry. I should have said. It was kind of a really quick thing on their Facebook. It wasn't... I think they only had so many left. I'm really sorry, I should have said. We've got the Santoro Girls die cuts, which make that lovely nested frame set just there. We have these Autumn Bouquets stamps, which are very quite nice. A mixed paper pad. Actually, I don't know if they've still got some. Hold the line. I will literally just have a look now. Right, just checking. Because it was a post that they put on Facebook. Let's have a look. So, I think I believe if you find this post on their Facebook page and you type GB1 in the comments, they should still have some left. And it's typing GB1 in the comments that triggers the link for you to be able to get the bag. So if you do that, they should still. I think they should still have some left. It's worth trying. It's most definitely worth trying. So we have this mixed paper pad. I'm just going to flick through it because it's going to be a lot better than trying to talk about it. I think it's actually quite nice. They've got some really nice... Ooh, they have actually got some really nice papers in here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hannah. I should... If I see something like it again, I'll make sure I mention it. I'm so sorry. And we've got those lovely vellums at the back there. We've also got these nesting dies that will cut a card that I think comes out as an A2 size for our American friends. So we have that. And we have this card that makes a winter scene. It doesn't come with the stamps, but it will make that scene. It's a shadow box, so you can make a shadow box with it. It's quite a nice little die set by the looks of. And then we've got the Santoro Girls card making kit. Now, I did try getting into this earlier on, but it wouldn't come out. But apparently now it does want to. I really like that. That's quite cute. And you can see all the bits on the back here that come in it. So it's got this massive stack of ephemera. So it's got a massive stack of ephemera in there of all different pieces and some sentiments. It's got these card blanks. Oh no, these are envelopes. What an awful goodie bag you got ripped off. Yeah, I certainly did. It's absolutely awful, Hannah. I shouldn't have bought it. It's terrible. Oh, it's got these nice little pads that you can use to make card fronts, I suppose. Those look quite nice. And you've got a little pack of gems. I don't know how good this will actually be, because if you actually see I think these stamps are quite old. 2006. So you've got a love heart stamp, a little leaf stamp, and a little bow stamp. And we've got the ink pad to come with it as well. I imagine that's probably dry by now, but it's not a problem because I've got plenty of ink pads hanging around. So I guess I could put that back in there. So the decision is, I'm going to put it down to you guys. Would you like me to do the box as I planned, or would you like me to use some of the stuff from the Create and Craft goodie bag, and we can make, yeah, it's a teeny tiny little ink pad, and we can make something from that. So those are the options that we have. So I'm going to leave it over to you guys. You can decide what you'd like me to do, because you want me to do, Caroline would like me to do the box. Oh, we're getting a lot of votes in for the box. Use the box, okay. Right, okay. Use the box. The box it is. And we can save this all for another time. I want to know how the template box, we all want to see your box. Oh, Caroline. I don't care, I'm only here for the chat. We love a box. Oh my god. Tell me how you really feel, Pam. Right, okay. So, we're going to use the box. It has been decided. It's been completely decided by everyone that we're going to use the box. So, I'm going to bring out the magazine from here, because we're going to need the magazine, aren't we? I would completely agree with you there, Sylv. It does entirely depend on whose box it is. If your box is not impressive, I shall besmirch your name for it. Oh my gosh. Well, thankfully, I've not had any complaints about my box, Caroline. So, I'm kind of hoping it's going to be okay. But I've not received any complaints thus far about my box. My box is generally clean and tidy. Oh my gosh, the things I say. Absolutely naughty. Right, so let's put those things actually back in the tray from the box. So I'm going to put those card blanks away. I like you, you're fun, Caroline. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. So, shall I actually do the cake box? Let's have a look, shall we? Okay. Let's make a cake box. This could be very interesting. It's about time we've had some smut in here. It has been a while since there's been smut in here. I'm sure it's more than adequate in your red sequined hot pants. You know what? The red sequined hot pants have not been spoken about in such a long time, have they? I don't even actually own any red sequin hot pants, but I'm sure at some point now I probably will. Right, I'm just going to get out a cup. Actually, I don't think I should only need one sheet of card for this, shouldn't I? Yeah, I only need one sheet of card. Won't I? Apparently not. I think I'm going to need two. That's not a problem. Right. Let's get out one of our heat activated pens. So I can use this to draw around it, and then when it comes to actually cutting it, I can use my heat tool and it will make the pen disappear as though it was never there in the first place. Although apparently this pen is, I think because I've not used it in so long, it's being a bit of a buggerlugs. Right, there we go. I should really have take this mask stencil, whatever you want to call it, down. But apparently I didn't want to do that. So we are now at the mercy of me not moving my hand whilst I'm doing this and trying to use my left hand over my right hand to make sure that this kind of gets drawn out properly. And because I'm that kind of guy, I'm going to use one of my ball tools to actually put in the lines that need to be scored and burnished. So then that way I don't get confused. Oh, what a horrible noise. That way I don't get confused when it comes to me actually cutting and burnishing and all that, because then I know my pen lines are for cutting and my ball tool lines are for scoring, because I'm that much of a person. Never try. Time for them to make a reappearance. You're saving this red pants. Oh my god! You hope you have a creamy filling in your box. I haven't had a creamy filling in my box for quite some time. It's quite disappointing the amount of time I've not had a creamy filling in my box. A dry box is a no-no. I completely agree. A dry box is definitely a no-no. And I am saving the red pants for Christmas, Jim. They will make a reappearance at Christmas. Never dry, Sylv. No, and no hot and sweaty boxes either. No, you want a fresh, clean box. Interesting. Cricket had cartridges to make cake boxes years ago. Oh, I didn't know that. Should have used stick and stay or stick and spray or spurt and sprinkle or whatever that stuff is called. Yeah, I probably should have used a spurt and sprinkle. Gets me every time. Right. So, just to make it easier for me to cut, I'm going to cut away the large sections first. So I'm only having to fussy cut a little bit because I'm not very good at fussy cutting. I think we've probably all discovered this on many occasions. I am a fussy cutter, I am not. Dawn was meant to be taking on the contract for all my fussy cutting, but I've not heard from her. Surprisingly enough. I don't think I would want to take on the contract for all of my fussy cutting. There we go. Let's just pop that off cut to the side. Ooh, I want a spurt and sprinkle. I'm like a dried up old prune. Oh my god. Boxing Day will have a whole new meaning there, Jim. It certainly will, my friend. A whole new meaning. I am so not good at fussy cutting. So this could end badly, guys. Ugh. I am very not good at fussy cutting. Let's see if I can actually... Because there's not really a lot straight about me. I'm not very good at cutting straight lines. So, yep. Maybe I should have drawn it out and then put it on the scan and cut and got that to do it for me. That would have been probably a better idea. There we go. So I'm going to take a wild guess that this is actually the bottom part of the box. You're not good at straight. Tell us something we don't know. I don't know. What is something that you guys wouldn't know? It's Isle of Wight Pride tomorrow. You may not know that. I don't know, you might actually know it is Isle of Wight Pride tomorrow. Same here, Gaz. Couldn't cut a straight line even if my life depended on it. What? Gaz isn't even slightly straight. No, girl. There's no slightly straight going on over here. Oh, this is the worst thing, because it's like all designed for right-handed people. I'm not good at doing right-handed things either. Oh well, that doesn't matter. It's only an internal flap. Oh girl, you just full of curves. I am. I'm full of all sorts of curves and swerves. There we go. Then we'll score in on top of those lines that I've done. We actually have the last two boxes from the Year of Craft that I'm missing. They are currently sat in a warehouse somewhere on the Isle of Wight, waiting to be delivered to me. So hopefully those should come before the weekend's out and we can do another box before I go back to work. Because I'm actually back on nights from Monday night again for another week. Which I thought, because I have another set of weeknights in 2 weeks anyway, I thought it might just be better if I just do the 3 sets instead of do a set of nights, work 2 weeks of days and then do another set of nights. I just thought it makes more sense just to do the 3 sets, and then that way when I come off of them again, I'm not due to go back onto them for quite some time. Unless I'm stupid and pick up a set of nights, which could very well happen because I am stupid. But hopefully I shouldn't be back on nights then until around about the end of September, beginning of October. So you'll have me for quite some time doing semi-normal scheduling, because obviously I'll have to work days. And there we go. That is the cake box. All scored and burnished it did. I'm trying to find 4 of the Year of Craft boxes. Ooh. Favourite ice cream. My favourite ice cream. Oh, now that. There's a place on the Isle of Wight in Shanklin. And I can't remember the name of the ice cream shop. I think it's called... Oh, what is it called? Crave. It's called Crave. And they have a lovely lemon meringue pie ice cream I absolutely adore. And they also have oh, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it for the life of me now. What's the name of the place? What's the name of it? Rice pudding flavoured. Yeah, it was rice pudding flavoured ice cream, and oh my gosh, it was just delicious. I could have just stuck my head into the tub and just ate the whole lot. It was so delicious. Right, and now all I'm going to do, before I make the next part, is just use my heat tool to make this pen go away. Because we don't want to see any pen on the final project. Wow, and how was that, Caroline? Blue cheese flavoured ice cream. I'm not sure that's something I could get on board with. But please do tell me what it was like, because I'm sure, hopefully it was delicious and it wasn't too... Oh, it was bloody awful. They do garlic ice cream at the Isle of Wight Garlic Festival. Oh my god, why would you want garlic flavoured ice cream? I mean, you don't want to be attending that festival if you're a vampire. Oh no, I completely understand how it would sound disgusting. It sounded disgusting when I saw it, but then as soon as I tried it, it was a completely different story. It didn't... I don't know how to explain it. It did kind of taste... It tasted like rice pudding, but it didn't. It's just so weird. Mint choc chip. That is certainly not anything I would like to eat, because I have a distinct dislike for mint. I can get on board with the choc chip, but I'm not very good. Not very good with mint. That mainly stems from when I was a child. My mum gave me some Gaviscon that was mint flavoured, and when I was sick, and then when it came back out, I really did not like. Ever since then, I've not been able to touch anything that's mint. Absolutely not anything that's mint. Was the texture of the rice pudding ice cream? No, it was just a texture of ice cream. Pistachio. That I'm sure that one's lovely, but that's another one that one would actually kill me off. So I'm probably best not trying to eat it. I'm not too great at being a regular human being, it would seem. I would go for anything with toffee or caramel. I mean, I love a bit of salted caramel ice cream as well. That's another great one. Hi, Suze. Welcome on in. Thank you for popping by to say hi. Homemade lemon curd cake. Yeah, that would be... Oh, that would be the epitome. But when the ice cream van comes round, I like to get the like the little ice cream pots. It's whippy ice cream. And the lady does it so it's got chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, and it's got a Mars bar stuck in the side of it. Now that I can get on board with. It's absolutely delicious. There we go. I'll use a little bit of that spray and stick and spray to hold it down and make sure I don't use the wrong pen, because we need the pen that disappears, not the pen that stays. And hopefully this time we shouldn't have too many problems, because I don't need to worry about holding it down. But I do like how these templates are designed to work just like how they are. That ice cream truck needs to head to the States. It certainly does. They also do them with other chocolate bars as well. So you can get Snickers, you can get Ferrero Rocher, you can get Kinder Bueno. There's all sorts that they do, and they also do them as a tray as well. So you can get like a big tray of whippy ice cream. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the right thing here. If I'm not, someone please tell me. There we go. Hopefully I've done all of the lines. I'm just going to go over each one just to make sure that I've definitely done it, because I'm a special boy and half the time I don't remember what I've already done. Our ice cream shop is offering a sundae with fries in it. Oh, grim. That doesn't sound like fun at all. I think you need to tell your ice cream. I love Reese's peanut butter in my ice cream. Yep, they do Reese's Pieces ice cream sundaes as well. Which is quite nice. There we go. I'm just going to roughly cut it out, because we know what I'm like for actual fussy cutting. There we go. And now I'm actually going to properly chop it. I can't have it because it's filled with peanuts, and quite frankly I don't feel like expiring anytime soon, although the cost of living is getting me to it. To wanting to expire, that is. But I'm just going to try and concentrate on cutting this, so I'm really sorry. There may be a cutting coma moment ensuing. Our local ice cream shop was owned with Hershey's for a while, so all the desserts were really good with Hershey chocolates as add-ons. Ooh! Oh my god, ice cream blocks! Yes, we used to have those, and my mum used to buy them. They did have a Lion's Made one. Hello, Stephanie. It's lovely to see you as well, my lovely. Thank you for popping in. It's lovely to have you here. How are you doing, my sweet? Oh. Let's try and trim that down properly, he says. And trim that corner round so it's actually rounded. I'm really trying to stick to these template cuts, because I'm trying to get better at fussy cutting instead of just doing what I want and seeing how it pans out. Yeah, our ice cream van used to have the Lion's Made blocks, and they would be like kind of like that long and about that big, and they'd be like little individual block portions. So Mum would buy one of those like once in a blue moon. Like, it was never very often we'd get one, because Mum would always buy the cheap choc ices from from Quick Save or wherever she was shopping at the time. But if we were really lucky, she would buy a Lion's Made log from the ice cream man, and oh my gosh, they were amazing. They were a proper treat. And then we'd get something really nice to go with it as well. So it would be like chocolate cake and custard, also chocolate cake and ice cream, not custard. Although we did used to get chocolate cake and custard as well. But we get a nice proper treat. It's not that happened very often, but you know. All I could say is I wish the heat wave here would subside because I'm kind of melting. So I do apologise if I get a little bit bleh, because it is a bit warm in these parts. I even had a shower before I came on, so that it wouldn't be too much of a problem. There we go. That's only a smidgy bit off. Maybe I should have started with this one, and then I could have angled it out. I think that's about right. It is! Hooray! There we go. And let's just school that out. I think we've only got... Oh, we've got one more to do. And then what I'll do, before we build it up, we'll decorate the top part. I have a smallish clip-on fan that I attach to the shelf on front of my craft desk. I find that really helps. I should really get one of those too. Our temps dropped here in Syracuse too. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce. That, of course, we had tornadoes in the area on Tuesday. Oh my gosh. What is popular ice cream in the USA? That is a very good question, actually. What is popular ice cream? I know you guys do a lot of ice cream cakes and stuff like that. They love an ice cream cake in the US. And Knickerbocker Glory. Oh, I can't say that either. Knickerbocker Glory. That was the word I was trying to say. Right, I'm just going to fold and burnish this, and then we'll get rid of the black lines and we'll start decorating the top of the cake. What I should have done was actually decorated the base of the cake before I stuck it all together. But I was operating on autopilot, which meant I thought, oh, best make a guesstimation before a guess, you know, like a build it before I actually go live make. But whoops, I'm live. And there we go. That is, so it all fits together quite nicely. Look, I've not even managed to bugger that up. Well done, me. Let's just grab the heat tool and get rid of those black lines. There we go. Right, so we've made that. Right, so let's get... Actually, we're going to use some of the card that's come in this box. So I'm going to get some of the yellow card out. Because I don't normally use things that come in the box, so I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to actually use some. We've got that nice yellow colour. I actually really like this cardstock, it's quite nice. Oh. Now I've got to try and figure out how to open the bag back. I'll tell you what, guys, I am having the day. Shall we try putting that back in there? We shall try, and I will probably fail repeatedly. Right, let's get a piece of that red cardstock out as well, because we only need a really thin strip of that. So this is going to be our cake base. And that is going to be the jam in our cake as per se. So to line the sides of the box base with yellow cardstock, trim 2 1/8 by 4 . I don't understand what that's saying at all. It might as well be German. That's not really very clear. To line the sides of the box base with yellow cardstock, trim 2 strips to 2 1/8 by 4 and 1 strip to 2 1/8 by 3. Oh, that's because I wasn't reading it properly. I don't know, is that 16th or 8th? Wait, let me just count it. Yeah, it's definitely 16th, so that would be 1 and 8. 2 and 1/8. 2 and 1/8 by 4. And then 2 and 1/8 by 4. Yay! I only had to cut it in half. How brilliant's that? Right, and then 1 strip by 2 and 1/8 by 3. 2 and 1/8 by 3. How exciting is this? The evil plan is actually coming together. Who knew? So those are the 3 pieces we need for our base. I was about to start looking for the glue press then. There we go. And we shall just attach those to the sides, like so. How cool is this? It's actually working. I don't normally have things like this work. Normally I bungle it up from the beginning. And then we all just go, yeah, well, we can do something else. But it's quite nice to be making something different than just a card, you know? Oh, and if we're talking cakes, right? My favourite cake, and I know it's probably going to be a bit bland and a bit boring, but my favourite actual all-time cake is just a normal Victoria sponge. I love them. Absolutely love them. I really do love a good cake. There we go. So we've got that. Oh, I like a carrot cake as well. It's amazing when you read the instructions. Oh, Aaron's dropped in to see us. Hello, Aaron. Thank you for stopping by, my lovely. I'm getting there, been drinking plenty. Yeah, of course, because you've had a bit of a bad turn, haven't you, Emma? I'm so sorry to hear that, lovely. Oh, I've missed out on a lot of messages because it didn't refresh. The temperature's dropped a bit here earlier, and I went heat stroke. Yeah, you got heat stroke. I'm sure your knickerbockers are glorious. Thank you, Sylv. Ice cream flavours: vanilla, chocolate, butter, pecan, strawberry, chocolate chip mint. Oh, very nice. Pecan and hazelnut. All the ice cream talk. I had to get some Jello with whipped cream. Oh my god, that was another one from when we were kids. That was a staple party. Kids party thing was jelly with some cream on the top. How amazing. So do I, Gloria. It's going up, but I feel, oh bless you. Jello Museum is 19 minutes away from my house. Wow. I like Ben and Jerry's fish food and Cherry Garcia. Pam, I love cookie dough ice cream from Ben and Jerry's. Go to the doctors. Oh, I'm finally here. Rhonda, it's always a bummer when life interrupts the fun stuff. I want cake now. Oh, bless you. I'm getting my birthday cake tomorrow at my cousin's house with chocolate and mocha frosting. Oh, that sounds yummy. I will express. Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry. I'm sure he likes getting bozed, Rhonda. I love carrot cake. I love Victorian tea cakes. Ooh. What is a Victoria sponge? Well, it's a plain sponge cake with a layer of buttercream jam and then another sponge cake on top. I used to make cakes for my family birthdays. Oh, back I can hear you again. I love trifle. Oh, girl, do not get me started on trifle. Oh, I made the booziest trifle for Christmas 2 years ago. I'm probably still drunk from it now. My mum used to let the jelly half set and then whip it into a mousse. Wow. That sounds good, Caroline. I like and Aaron likes his bronuts. Now, a bronut is a brownie that has been shaped into a donut. Just in case you got a little bit confuzzled, like I did. Lemon cake, lemon curd, lemon frosting. Oh yeah, girl, you go. You get that. You get that lemon cake. Live your best lemon life. I completely approve. Right. The effect of the jam centre thin strip of red cardstock and glue it onto 3 sides. I like a bronut too, but it ain't no cake. If it ain't fluffy, it just ain't. I don't know. So I'm going to cut a 1/4-inch strip. Actually, I'm probably going to do. Yeah, because I'll cut 1/4-inch strip, and we need to do that by 2 of those to 4, and then we need 1 at 3. So that should be directly. Don't move, don't move, don't move. In half. Oh, it belted up a little bit. I just really want to say, it just ain't jelly because jam don't shake or something like that. I don't know why I want to say that. Oh, it must be jelly because jam don't shake. In response to the bronut thing. There we go, and we've got a nice little red effect there for the jamais. Are you following John Waite and all his baked goodies? No, I'm not, but I feel as though I should be now. Who is John Waite? Why have I never heard of him before? And where are his baked goodies? Or just his goodies generally? I'll take either. Literally at that time of day. I am so sorry, guys. Let's cut another 1/4-inch strip. I'm losing what's left of my that word. He's from the Great British Bake Off. Ooh, his IG channel. He was the winner on the Great British Bake Off. Well, we've had many winners, so I can't remember which one he won. Let's just quickly check this so I cut the right size. He's the one who did Strictly with Johannes and his part. I don't know. 3 inches, right? I should have known that was 3 inches, but apparently I didn't. So I'm going to try and get that to sit up there as nicely as possible so I don't get that horrible wibbly cut like I did on the other one. He won the 30. Oh, that's a long time ago. That was before it went to Channel 4. That was when it still had Mary Berry in it. Oh, don't you worry, Robin. I probably fell asleep too. How cool is that? That does look pretty cool, doesn't it? Doesn't fit in my mouth though. my mouth is just too small. And this is where the string of messages going, your mouth's small, ha 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 ha, you're having a giraffe, aren't you? Gaz isn't a GBBO fan like me and know who you're on about. A dancing show? I very dare you. Oh my gosh. Was that me that said a dancing show? He added salt instead of sugar on his first bake, but someone has worse. I think I remember that. I have seen all of the bake-offs. And like Aaron saying that I'm not a fan. Contrary to the popular belief of Aaron. Right. to the side. Yeah. With trim 2 strips. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I've done that. To draw around the template lid, which I did. Haha. Oh, draw around it onto blue. Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. Let's do that. Blue pattern cardstock. We used to be able to get the GBBO in the US, but not now. Ah, your mouth is bigger than the Channel Tunnel. That is a lie. That is a vagrant lie, sir. Absolutely vagrant lie. You know what? I want to do this yellow and red because no, actually that would clash too much. Maybe I should just do it in the same style they've done it on there. It must be a jelly because jam don't shake. Must be a jelly because jam don't shake. Sorry, I was having a northern moment. Yep, VPN and go to channel 4. You can get it then. Not that Aaron's telling you should do that, of course. Right, so we're going to draw around this. Just like we did before on the pattern paper stock. But we're not going to put in any of the lines for foldings because there are bits we're going to cut off. So it does not matter. As long as we get the basic shape. I've got to cut it again. If I'd had a brain, what I would have done was done this on the back side where there was no pattern. What's a VPN? It's a virtual private network. It can make your internet connection look as though it's coming from another country, which would then mean if you were to set it to, say, the United Kingdom, you'd be able to access all of our television shows and stuff on Netflix. Right, so just to start with, I'm going to do a straight cut because I feel as though I'm going to try and make it a straight cut. And instead of doing the tabs, I'm just going to come up and cut the tabs off with a straight line, or trying to anyway, or as straight as I can, because, you know, I am me after all. Do that, and we need to just make sure we don't go too far over the line there. There we go. And we're going to trim that to there. I didn't quite get that one as well as I should have done, but I'm going to cut across that tab. And I'm going to cut across that tab. And I'm going to try and get this as straight as I possibly can. Because before the comments kick off, I am me after all. I don't think I'm doing too badly at this, to be dreadfully honest. I'm getting better. But the straight lines are not necessary anyway, because, you know, I should really be cutting it wibbly wobbly for it to look like it's going down the side of the cake. So if we put that template back on there now, I'm going to line it up, and now I am actually going to use the ball tool just to gently, very gently, put in those fold lines. Oh, I undercut that, didn't I? That was a little bit off centre, but you know what, it doesn't really matter. It's fine. And then, hopefully, by the grace of... Get off the screen. Oh, now I've lost the chat again. Did you cut off your tabs? Yes, I did, Sylv. I did cut off the tabs. It was intentional that I cut off the tabs, by the way. just so that you know. I'm gently going over the score lines as well. I'm not trying to do it too hard because I want it to fold down, but I don't want it to look too much of a stiff line. Oh, risky going tabless. Well, it's only for the top of the box lid because we're going to make it look like it's icing dribbling down the side of the cake. So if we just do, I'm just folding and burnishing all those tabs, well, all of those lines, so that I know exactly where things are meant to be. So if there is a little bit of excess, I can just trim it up nicely. There we go. And there is a little bit of overhang with that, but I think that's going to be fine. Let's just pop it on the top of here and check. It is nice that it fits it perfectly, because it does. It does fit it perfectly. But we want it to look wibbly wobbly. With a stiff line as well. Yeah, well, this is where it could all come unstuck, you see, because I'm not very good at doing wibbly dribbles. And this is meant to look like wibbly dribbles, and I'm not very good at wibbly dribbles. I mean, because it's going to look, it's meant to look, oh my god, that looks hideous, doesn't it? That looks like it's been hacked. Yeah, a border die would really help with those drips. I think we're a bit late for a border die though. You know what? Can we get... Yeah, we can get away with using a border die. Because we're going to put some yellow card under it anyway. So I'm just going to grab a wibbly wobbly die and we're going to do some wibbly wobbly die cutting. I think that's a better idea than what I was planning on doing with the hideous cutting that I had going on there. But then again, you guys, this is me just crafting. This is what I would be doing whether I was live or not. I'd be sat here kind of talking to myself, trying to decide what it's going to look, how it's going to be, what it's going to look like. Thank God for these dies, is all I'm going to say. So let's fire up the old G2. And we need to get the plates and move everything out of the way of the G2 because we've got a lot of stuff hanging about. Well, I was trying to be fancy because the picture's all fancy, isn't it? I was trying to do that fancy, but there's no way I can do that. Apparently I'm not fancy enough to do fancy. So I'm going to take the magnetic shim out because it is a simple die to cut. I'm definitely going to change the book to say wibbly die instead of wibbly cut. Doesn't that just look so much better? It does take a lot of the cardstock off though, doesn't it? But a lot of the paper stock off. I'm going to guess around about there. Yeah, I'm not very good at that kind of thing. I probably would have needed a template to have shown me how to do the drips like that. I'm a good crafter, but I'm not a great crafter. And I consider people who can do things like that to be great crafters, because unfortunately I am not among them. I could trace the picture, but the picture's tiny. I could scan it in and blow it up, but honestly, Jim, I'm not a great crafter. I'd say I'm a good crafter, but I wouldn't say I'm a great one. That is my personal opinion of myself and the things that I make. So I believe that crafters are all our own worst critics. A lot of people will join me in saying that, but I genuinely, you know, it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I'll say I'm a good crafter. So I'll just leave that at that. Because I think I am just I'm a good crafter. I'm good. Take a pic on mobile, tablet, and then zoom it in. Simples. Yeah, it would have taken me more time than I probably would have. It would have just taken too long. Right, let's have a quick look, see how that actually... See, that doesn't look too bad. I think that looks quite good. Yeah, I think that looks quite good. Let's do these yellow strips. Now, if I remember where I put that offcut of yellow card, I put it somewhere really, really safe, which was right here. Right. Stay. Naughty Gemini. A professional cake. Yeah, it's a little bit professional. It's semi-professional. Right. Roll up some pattern. Oh yeah, we'll do a candle at the end. Trim tags from red and blue. What? So where's this? Oh. 1 and. Right, we need to cut the bits for the top of the cake because I didn't do that. So, so it says 1, 4 1/4. Right, 2. Line the sides of the box lid with yellow cardstock. Trim 2 strips at 1 and 4 quarters. That's a bit much to me. Bit more. So we want it at a 1-inch strip, I'm guessing. So a 1-inch strip by a 4 and what quarters? Oh, 4 1/4. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And then we need another one of those 1-inch strips. So that's a 1-inch strip at 4 1/4. There's 4 1/4. And that will line on there. Fabulous. There we go. We'll line those on there. And then all we need is another strip at 1 by 3 1/4. So let's do the 1-inch strip like that. Well, there's not really much left over from this piece of card that we've used. And just double check the size on that. So 3 1/4. 3 1/4. 3 1/4. See, this is what I love about these old crafters stuff, is because back in, well, what you can say back in the day, they actually gave you a lot of bang for your buck. Unfortunately, you don't get quite so much bang for your buck these days with what they sell, which is a little bit sad, because it's stuff like this that really is making me fall more in love with crafting than the stuff that they have recently kind of started producing. Because I love making things, and I do like the odd 3D project here and there, and it's just a little bit kind of you know, it makes me a little bit sad that they don't do any of this stuff anymore. You know, like this Year of Craft thing, I mean, I would loved it if they'd carried this on. And I'm really lucky to have found all the bits of it that I have, because I was really late to the show on that one, because like, I only found out about it this year. So it's I am very lucky that I've managed to find the bits of it that I have. And I know some people have probably had this sat in their stash for like an absolute age. There we go, just sticking that down, because I might as well make sure it's all nicely secured before. And just make sure that as it's, I'm just going to burnish those onto the card. I think we may have gone a little bit over with this, which is fine, because I can just snip it up from there. To make it even. There we go, we just need to take that a little bit more off. Thank you, Sylv. I really appreciate that, my lovely. I'm just gonna take a moment to trim these excess bits off, because they are looking a little bit silly. But yeah, I really do like all this kind of thing where it gives you some direction on how to make it and what to do, you know, because I've done so many projects that, you know, with these intricate dies that everybody's bringing out, and all the you know, all of the stamps and all that kind of stuff, and sometimes I just want to make something that is, you know, like simple and effective without having to go the whole hog of you know, oh, let's make it look really impressive with an intricate die. And some of the projects in this I would never have thought of doing. Like, I wouldn't have thought of making this cake box. I would never have thought of doing it. Thank you. Exactly, Rhonda, is what I was meant to say. I love some 3D projects, and there are some really nice ones, but nobody just kind of focuses on anything like that anymore. It's all the what's the next hottest die, and what's the, you know, what's coming, you know, and the next big intricate thing that looks really impressive. And it's just kind of a bit like, yes, it's not that impressive. Right, I'm gonna have a quick look through some of my scraps, because we need to make a candle to go on the top of our cake. Oh no, that's a bit too dingy. Let's see what we've got going on in this scrappy pack here. I do love a scrap pack. I've recently just actually downsized my scrap pack because I had so much stuff in here. Well, all of my scrap packs. I've got 4 scrap packs for different things. You know what, actually, I think a nice... I like handmade products. It's old school, but like Blue for Peter stuff, I didn't have to be fast and finish with one die cut. The pleasure is in the creating. It is. And it really is a pleasurable experience. And I enjoy making so much more when I'm just kind of like, I know it seems silly, but it's kind of like a bit of dithering. I really do like a bit of, like, I think it's kind of dithering because I'm not rushing, I'm just taking my time. I'm following I'm following some instructions or whatever it is that I'm doing or that I've laid out for myself to get done. Deary me, I can't find what I want. Oh, that's a foil panel. We don't really want to use that. That's cardstock, so that's going to be too stiff. You know what, we got a nice little bit of that. You are enjoying the yeah, I am enjoying the process, and I think that's what the most important thing in crafting is enjoying the process. And I think a lot of companies have kind of lost that vision. That it's all about enjoying what you're making, and whether it be instructioned or whatever it is that you're doing. So let's have a quick look, see what this tells me I need to do for the candle. Draw around, roll up some pattern paper and glue it into place to create a candle. So there's not really any instruction on how to make the candle, it's just roll up some paper. So I'm going to do 2 inches. And I'm going to roll it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on it to make it form a tube. I'm just going to put a bit of glue down the back edge. Some of the new stuff is really impressive, but you'd only make it once, which is also what makes it rather expensive. That is very true. But things like this, I'm going to come back to time and time again. Because there is going to be a day where I'm like, oh, well, I fancy making something, but I'm not sure what. Oh, what shall I look at? Oh, I've got this big box of stuff. That just tells me what to do. Oh, maybe I should use some of that. I think I made that candle a little bit too tall. I should have gone for 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches. Yeah, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Right, so all I'm going to do is, I would usually use hot glue, but I think I've got some glue gel somewhere, so I'm just going to see if I can find that out. I'm pretty sure I've got a blob of glue gel left in here somewhere. There we go. Right, now this was something I learnt the other day actually, is if you to bring the glue gel to the end of the tube to make sure there's no air in it. I really live for you. I like handling there, and you get real sense of achievement when it's completed. Yeah, you do, and it's much more satisfying. I completely agree, Sylv. Some of the new stuff, yeah. So there we go. I think I'm all caught up on the messages if it hasn't scrolled off without me noticing. Because sometimes it has a tendency to do that. Right, so I'm just going to let that set into the glue gel there. And then what I'm going to do, whilst that's setting, is cut a little candle part out of the top. I'm going to get my... That's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get my spritzer and just quickly give my hands a going over, because that glue gel doesn't have to get sticky on the old hands. And let's just get a shot of that. And then all we need is a little piece of yellow card. I'm just going to rummage in my scrap pack because I'm pretty sure I should have some orange in here. That's yellow. Oh, that's orange. We can use a little bit of that. Really need a tiny little smidgy bit. And we're just going to kind of cut. Let's see if we can make that wibble a bit better. Oh, no, I'm not making the flame sparkle with some gilding flakes. No. Blimmin' heck, not gilding flakes, not ever gilding flakes. What have I done to deserve that? That's absolutely filthy talk. Let's see if we can get that to angle off a little bit better, because apparently I'm not very good at that. You know you want to really. I know I don't want to really. Gilding flakes are no, 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 no. I might have to do a special one day with gilding flakes. I'm losing what's left of my sanity over here. I swear. Right, let's put a dab of glue gel in the top of that as well. Hopefully it'll be a bit easier to... Oh wait, some people use their pokey tool, don't they? That would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's just... Because we only need the smidgeniest of smidgeny bits. Do it when you have hay fever. That is not fair. That's what happened the last time I did it. I think I had hay fever or cold or something the last time that I used gilding flakes, and literally they went everywhere. And that was, you know, I try to avoid gilding flakes like the plague. Unless I'm using them with double-sided tape, then I'm alright with that, because I can get that to work. It's when I try using it with the glue. I think I've got a pot of it on here. When I try using it with this glue, like the liquid glue for that glue, when I try using that glue is when it all goes wrong. And when it's hot with a fan on. And there we go. We've made a lovely box. I could actually put some tags on it, couldn't I? Because that's what they've done on the... That's what they've done on the thingy bob here. Use a Pritt stick. Oh, actually, I suppose you could, couldn't you? With I don't know, with gilding flakes? That seems a bit... That sounds like something we should really try at some point. I will try that at some point. Roll up pattern paper, trim tags from the red and blue pattern paper. Well, I don't think we really need to do that, do we? Because I think we've made a lovely box card. Look at that candle. That candle says, I mean business. That candle says, I'm going to set fire to the entire house if you don't blow me out. That is what we're looking for. Oh, I'm so naughty, aren't I? Right. So, I think we are going to... Is lacking flakes. Well, everything's lacking flakes. I could have used some glitter glue around the top of the icing to make it look a bit better as well. But that's something we can always come back and make another one of these another day, I think, because I really enjoyed this. This is a really, really good make, and I've had so much... It's really nice. Gaz needs a special box that has gloves attached so everything is contained. Yes. Oh my god, that would be a great idea. And the sparkle pen is also a great idea because I've got a clear sparkle pen right here. So I'm going to give it a little shaky. And apparently I'm going to have trouble trying to take it off. So you know what, I think we are just going to go over the entire top of this. Because that icing should be sparkly, I thoroughly believe. And with a nice clear sparkle as well. Let's just take that off the box. And I'm going to just sparkle, 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 sparkle. All of the sparkles. We're going to have all of the sparkles, yeah. I don't know why I'm doing a German accent. Just go with it, guys. Don't worry about me. And that should give that paper a lovely sparkly finish, which is what we want. There we go. I prefer the sparkle pen to the flakes. No flakes today. Sorry. Maybe flakes another day. But I actually really like how that's turned out. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkle on that, but it's really sparkly and pretty. It's very sparklers. Sparklers. Right, I think we're going to leave that at that for today. It's been a lovely little live. No, you're more than welcome, Pam. Thank you so much for being here. I will say all the lovely little things that if you are not subscribed already and you've enjoyed what you've seen, please leave a lovely like and subscribe to the channel. Please leave a lovely like anyway if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you do have any questions in the meantime, you can email me that are crafty related. I don't want any naughty things popping up in my inbox. Ask me at handcraftedbygaz.co.uk and I will answer any questions that you have. There are some links in the description box below if you would like to use them to make your crafty purchases. They give a little bit of a kickback to me, which helps me keep everything going, which is wonderful, because without the money that I had from some of the purchases that have been made through that link, I wouldn't have been able to have afforded the new hard drive that fixed the computer. So it does really help keep things ticking over. You are all amazing, wonderful peoples. Thank you all so much for being here. We do have another stream on Sunday. I will pop up the details for that as soon as we're finished. Next week, I will be on a week of nights again, so unfortunately there won't be any content from me, but the week after, again, you will have some more content from me, which will be fabulous. And I will see you all on the next one. I love you all so very much. Bye 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 bye.